In this video, we will start to explore how we can use the offset function. And the offset function is very useful because you can combine with different things and it will solve one of the common issues if you're using the sum function. So let me show you first what we're going to do here. So we have here a table data. Our table source contains many items, in this case donuts and drinks. And we have here the product ID or the stock keeping unit, and we have here how many items are in stock. And what we would like to know is the amount of donuts in stock, basically this. If you would say, well, we can just do this, sum, select all of these, and there you are. So we're done. And this works. However, there's a problem here. So imagine you have a new product. Let's type in here, let's insert a new product, number 8, and we call this Donut Valentine Special for the special Valentine moment. The Valentine Special. And we have 20, well, let's say 50 pieces of those. And as you can see right now, we have an issue. And what is the issue? The total donuts is not adding up. And the reason why, it's because it's out of the sum range. If you would add it up here, that will be fine. However, let's do it in here. You can see now the amounts increase. However, this is not practical. If you are adding it between the database, it means that you need to adjust this consistently. And probably you don't want that. So it makes more sense if you would do it from here, by inserting a row here, you could add up. However, whatever you do here should immediately match. And it doesn't. For this, we can use the offset function. So let's look how we can use this. So first of all, let's get clear what is the offset function. So once we type in here offset, we open it up, and then we can see here the following. The offset function is basically a reference from where the starting point is, and it will start to move up or down and left or right from the starting point, and it will select that cell. So to be clear, let's say we want to select this cell here, this value here. However, we don't want to hard code it by clicking equal this. No. We need to work as a reference. So we start from here above. So we say C1, and then from C1 we need to go 1 down. So we say here, comma, you can see the amount of rows. How many rows we want to go down or up. If you want to go down, put in 1. If you want to go up, we put in -1 as a negative value. Next. So now we're here. How many columns do we want to go left? To here, to left, or right. In our case, 0, because it's just below here. So we are on the right location. Once we are here, enter, and there you are. So now you can see we get the value 10. To make sure that this is correct, let me show you by putting here the value 99. There you are. And now automatically it starts to adjust. So what we can do now is, for example, we want to get another one. Let's get the total donuts. So we say again, offset, and our starting point will be again C1. And then we will say we go 1 down. And then how many columns do we need to go to the right? Well, 2 columns only. Close this and enter. Now we get the value total donuts. And so we can do exactly the same with glazed donut if you want to go to the left. So let's say here, offset. We select again C1 as reference, 1 down, and then we say -1 or -1. And once we did that, we get glazed donuts. So we went to the left. So once you understand how to do this here, you probably will understand as well how we can start from below, going up here. So let's do the same. Offset. The reference will be this. This is C10, comma. We go now 1 up, so we need to go 1 row up. It's -1, comma, 0 as we are here now, and that's the value we want to get. Once we got this, confirm. And now we get the value 50. If you do this 88, you can see, here you are. Alright, let's put this back to 10. So, now we have this. And you can see here, the value is missing this, and we're going to add this up together. So how can we do this? If you look here carefully, you probably will get an idea. But let me first reselect this. So we are reselecting this range. And this range here is exactly what we need. Enter. So let's look at this range, because this range, or this information here is basically the answer to our question here. So what did we do here with offset? How can we get offset to this? Basically, offset, if you really look carefully, this is basically the C C2 value. This is already C2. And this one is C9. So what we need to do is use the formula here, put in the column, and then we add the other formula here. So how to do that? Well, let's do this here below to show you immediately how to do this. We'll say here equal, and then we say sum. As we need that again, we need to use the sum again. And then here we'll say offset. Now we get the reference above, comma 1, comma 0. Enter. Oh, alright, we just do that. You can see I'm making a mistake. Why? Because we're not yet done. So we have here this part. Let me just do it again just to make sure. So we say sum, offset. We don't do any enter. We select this reference here, 1, 0, and then we close this. Alright. Then what we use is the column, the symbol, as we can rearrange, and then we put in again offset, open parentheses, we select this as the reference, comma, -1 to go 1 up in the rows, comma 0 to maintain there, and there we are. So once we did that, we close this and we make sure we have another close parentheses, enter. Now we get this value here. So let's test. So if we put in a value in here, insert, we say here 100, this works. Yes, we expected it as well to work for the sum. However, if we do it in here, and we say here 100, you can see now our offset formula works perfectly. However, the sum formula does not, as this is starting to recognize it. Let's try it again. Let's insert here. And we say here 1000 items. There you are. You can see now this of course doesn't work, but this one works perfectly. And this is basically why you can use the sum together with the offset function. And the offset function is very useful for this only if you don't have, for example, here. If you would have here a sum for this would be no problem at all. Everything works fine here. You can see here. It works fine. You can see it works here and here. However, sometimes, especially in the dashboard, you will only have the data here and you extract that data, showing it in a different tab. And this is the reason why this is very useful. So if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you have a question regarding to the offset or you're struggling with the offset with the sum, just post a comment below and I'll make sure I get back to you.